Hello everyone, today we will discuss about the cell receptor in a drug discovery. So what is the cell receptor? So receptors are a protein either inside a cell or on its surface which receives the signals. So what is in a drug? So a drug is a chemical substance used in a treatment, cure, prevention or diagnosis of diseases or used to otherwise enhance physical or mental well-being. So in a cell receptor in a drug, there are four main classes. G protein coupled receptor, second is ligand gated ion channels, third is the intracellular receptor, four is the tyrosine kinase coupled receptors. So many drugs are made to mimic natural, so they can bind to their receptors and elicit the same or much stronger reaction. Drug discovery include target identification and validation, lead discovery, lead optimization, preclinical testing, and clinical trial. So first we discuss first cell receptor is the G protein coupled receptors. So G protein coupled receptors are the largest superfamily of cell surface receptors involved in a TMD signaling, usually transmitting signals into cell via their response to a range of extracellular stimuli such as glycoproteins, polypeptide and ions, and hence regulating a wide variety of physiological and development functions. So second one is a ligand gated ion channels as a target for a treatment and management of a cancers. So third one is the intracellular receptors. Intracellular receptors are generally reserved for a highly lipid soluble drugs such as anti-inflammatory steroids, thyroid hormones, and vitamin A or D. These receptors belong to the superfamily of DNA binding proteins. In a drug discovery, using intracellular receptors as a target presents in own set of unique complications and advantage. The natural ligand for these receptors are in many cases already used as a drug. The effectively exploit these targets, newer molecules must have either increased receptors selectively or increased the tissue or gene selectively to reduce side effects. Fourth one is tyrosine kinase coupled receptors. Most successful class for drug target among the 518 known as kinases. So tyrosine kinase regulate a broad range of cellular functions including proliferation, differentiation, apoptosis, studied and development and cancer. So receptors tyrosine kinase are a very important class of oncology drug targets with small molecule. Kinase inhibitors already FDA approved for various cancer treatments. Pharmacology is the science of drugs. Receptors are the macromolecules on which drug and endogenous signaling molecules like hormones, neurotransmitters, and inflammatory mediators. In intracellular receptor there are in an intracellular receptor uh, two main types: growth hormone receptors. In a growth hormone receptors play an important role in the regulation of cell development, division, and differentiation. So in a growth factor there are many receptors. First one is a neurotropin receptors. FGP receptor means fibroblast growth factor. IGF insulin growth factor. PDGF is a platelet derived growth factor. In cytokine receptor involved in a gene expression, the release of the mediator, changes in the cell cycle. In a cell surface receptor, B cell receptors, also called as B cell or B lymphocytes. They are developed in the bone marrow. And circulate the blood and pump lymph. The main function of B cell produce antibodies against foreign substances or pathogens that enter the body. T cell receptor. T cell is a type of a lymphocyte which is developed in a thymus gland. They are responsible for removing pathogens from the body. Granulocyte receptors. This is the type of immune cells that comprises granules and is involved in the releasing enzymes during allergies, infection, asthma. Three different types of granulocyte receptor: basophiles, eosinophiles, and neutrophils. Thank you.